What's up, guys? My name is Lincoln. I'm the owner and operator of Ariotech Services. The reason why I'm making this video today is because I have a couple of my followers and a couple of my clients as well too. They were kind of like having some questions for me on asking, how is it that I deal with this? How am I able to stay balanced in this pandemic that is going on right now when everybody else is out there losing their minds? Well, as a lot of people know that I study stress management, I practice stress management, and I teach stress management. I teach how to stay balanced in a bad economy, how to deal with relationship issues, how to go out there and meet people, social life, whatever it is that they need. I teach all that. And this is basically on my research and from my personal experience as well too. Okay. So this is just basics. Everybody's situation is different. So these are just, it may work for some people. It may not work for some people. But like I said, I don't know your whole situation. So I really can't directly pinpoint the problem. But I can give some advice to give you something to think about and just give you some general ideas. The first thing that I want to say is the very important thing that I teach my clients and I teach my students is your mindset. First thing you have to do is you have to change your mindset to the situation and not fear. The number one thing that you got to watch, you have to understand what fear is. Many people don't understand what fear is, but the definition of fear, definition number one is false evidence appearing real. Just remember that, false evidence appearing real. The reason why is it's just that fear that's what's making people go crazy. They're thinking there's going to have a food shortage, the food is going to run out, whatever it is. So they're letting that fear overrun them. And fear is a robber too. Fear robs you from your emotional health, your mental health, your social life, and everything negative as possible. That's what fear actually is. However, it is recommended that you go shopping and you stock up on food. But the reason is for that is to limit your trips from going back and forth to the grocery stores in public places as well too. Which the more trips that you take over there, the more chances you have in actually catching the coronavirus. But it wasn't intended to drive people crazy or whatever the situation is. Another thing that a lot of people, okay, back to that first topic is, so you have to change your mindset. The reason why you have to change your mindset is because if you keep thinking these negative thoughts and you're letting that fear control you, you think these negative thoughts, eventually your mind is going to have no choice but to believe it. So when your mind believes it, your body is going to react to what your mind is thinking and you're going to set off that negative vibe. So you have to learn so when you do that, you're gonna attract more bad things into your life. It's still like what you're saying. If you keep thinking negative, your mind's going to believe it, your body's going to react to it, you're going to set off that vibe, and the universe is just going to still keep bringing you bad things in your life. Now, you got to look at it as a positive point, and on a good side is, okay, just look at it as a storm that's going to pass by, and you're just picking up supplies to sustain in the meantime. You have to keep telling yourself, we're going to get through this, we're going to survive. We're all in it together. It's the easiest way of saying it. The second question that sorry, I'm talking kind of fast because I'm kind of like on a time limit on how long I can make this video, but try to keep up with me. The second thing that I want to mention that people have been asking me is, how do we deal with the economic situation? Okay. Like I said again, you gotta look at it as a positive point of view. People are getting furloughed. People are losing their jobs for 1 month. People are getting temporary let go, laid off, whatever the case is. Okay, you have no control over that. It's happening. But you have control over how you're going to react to that. Sometimes you may have to make that sacrifice. You may have to find another temporary job someplace, or maybe even downgrade to working in McDonald's. But you have to always remember it's only temporary. However, this is some couple examples that what you can do to sustain in the meantime. You have to make that sacrifice. So what I mean by that, for example, let's just say that you own a 3-bedroom house and you have to pay a mortgage, property taxes, whatever it is that you got to pay. You and your spouse sleep in one room. Your kids are sleeping in one room. You have the third bedroom for a guest room. Okay, be creative. Figure it out. Um, what are you gonna do? What is common sense gonna tell you? Okay, you make that sacrifice. You rent out that bedroom, maybe for a 2-3 month lease to somebody, and that's gonna provide you income in the meantime. Sometimes you may have to, even if you have to close up the garage that you live in, that you park your car on the street, and put another bed in there and rent that out for like a cheaper price. Hey, sometimes you may have to do that as well too. That's another option. The second thing is that I want to tell you is, even though you are getting furloughed for 1 whole month at a time, just look at it as a vacation, staycation, whatever it is. Just put a positive spin on that. Look at it as, oh yeah, it's going to hurt. The financial crunch from that is going to hurt. But at the same time, look at it as, okay, I can spend time with my family. I can spend time with my friends. I can spend the quality time with my wife and my kids, the quality time that I didn't have the chance to spend because I was working all the time. Me as a business owner, that's what I do. My business as an entrepreneur, it kind of fluctuates up and down, up and down, up and down. Sometimes, a lot of times, I don't have no time for myself at all. I've maybe like once a week, once or 2 times a week. But when I get those days where I have like no, like 3-4 days without no work at all, I don't stress out over it. I use that time for myself to reflect on myself. Sometimes I'll binge on TV all day. Sometimes I'll go out for a walk. Sometimes I'll go hang with friends. I'll go out to a restaurant and go eat, whatever it is. Even sometimes even taking up a new trade, like learning how to cook a different dish, or learning how to, whatever it is, reading a book, whatever it is, do something to take your mind off of it. And I promise you, it really, really works in dealing with the situation. Because if you're having fun out there with your wife and your kids or whatever it is out there, is you're not going to be thinking, because you're living in the present moment. You're having fun in the present moment. You're not thinking about, oh, the coronavirus out there. That's the last thing on your mind. That's like way on the back of the pile, because you're focusing on having fun in the present moment. Now, when I teach people about dating, when I teach men especially how to go out there and date women, that's a very important role that I always stress in that, is you always have to focus on the present moment. Never mind focusing on long term or the external part. You focus on the present moment and live in the moment and just have fun. Anyway, back to the topic. That's another way. And another thing that you want to consider is, after when the storm cloud does blow over and then we all go back to our normal lives, never ever forget where you came from. The reason why I say that, as a successful business owner, as an entrepreneur as well too, my failures and my bad times are my best friends. The reason why I say that is because after when it does blow over, I never forget where I came from. Rather, I learn from it and I form a plan and prepare in case if it does happen again, I'm prepared for it. And on top of that, yeah, I prepare for it and do whatever I can to prevent it from happening again. That's my tip for you. And if you ask any successful person out there, they'll tell you the same exact thing too. Your failures, your bad times are your best friends, because you learn from it and it makes you stronger. That's my tip for you. Another thing that you want to do is give a shout out to the medical professionals that are putting themselves on the front line right now, because they are making a big difference in our lives right now, because they're the front linemen who is preventing, that is controlling the spread of the virus and curing people. Give a shout out to your janitors, because the reason why is, without these janitors out there, I promise you, you have a better chance of catching the virus as well too. Because if somebody walks into a bathroom stall with the virus on them and they're coughing all over the place and then they're touching everything after they coughed in their hands, the germs is getting transferred into that bathroom stall, the sink, door handle, whatever it is that they're doing. Without the janitors over there to sanitize it, you have a good chance of catching it. I have a few more minutes left. And another thing, give a shout out to your truck drivers. If you look at my Facebook page, you're going to notice that I always give a shout out to the truck drivers, because all you guys that are out there fighting for that toilet paper out there, remember, guess who's bringing the toilet paper to you guys? It's the truck drivers. The food that you guys are fighting for, that you guys are like literally waiting for, who you think is bringing that over there? It's not magically dropping out of the sky. No, it's not. It's the truck drivers. So show appreciation for your truck drivers, because they are actually making a difference in in our society as well too. They can't be at home with their friends because they're too busy out there making their deliveries for long hours at a time because to meet the delivery demands. That's pretty much it for now. The time is kind of like running out on my phone, but anyway, this is just some basic things. I really, really hope that you guys can really think, and I promise you, and I'm pretty confident we're going to overcome this. If you follow my steps, it's going to make your life a lot better. It's going to make you look at the situation in a different view. And if you have any questions about anything, you don't understand anything that what I said, is just feel free to message me or whatever it is, and I'll help you through that. In the meantime, just keep staying positive. Never give up. Keep moving forward. And I will see you all later. Thank you for watching.